Hello, church. Welcome to today's daily devotion. My name is Henry Loke. This is God's Feeding Station. Blessed to be with you again today as we continue in Streams in the Desert by L.B. Cowman. Today comes from Daniel 6:20. O Daniel, servant of the living God, is thy God whom thou servest continually able to deliver thee? How many times we find this expression in the Scriptures, and yet it is just this very thing that we are so prone to lose sight of. We know it is written, the living God, but in our daily life there is scarcely anything we practically so much lose sight of as the fact that God is the living God, that he is now whatever he was 3,000 or 4,000 years since, that he has the same sovereign power, the same saving love toward those who love and serve him as he ever had, and that he will do for them now what he did for others 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 years ago, simply because he is the living God, the unchanging one. Oh, how therefore we should confide in him, and in our darkest moments never lose sight of the fact that he is still and ever will be the living God. Be assured, if you walk with him and look to him and expect help from him, he will never fail you. An older brother who has known the Lord for 44 years, who writes this, says to you for your encouragement that he has never failed him. In the greatest difficulties, and the heaviest trials, and the deepest poverty and necessities, he has never failed me. But because I was enabled by his grace to trust him, he has always appeared for my help. I delight in speaking well of his name. George Mueller. Luther was once found at a moment of peril and fear when he had need to grasp unseen strength, sitting in an abstracted mood, tracing on the table with his fingers the words, Vivit, vivit. He lives, he lives. It is our hope for ourselves and for his truth and for mankind. Men come and go. Leaders, teachers, thinkers speak and work for a season, then fall silent and impotent. He abides. They die, but he lives. They are lights kindled and therefore sooner or later quenched. But he is the true light from which they draw all their brightness, and he shines forevermore. Alexander Maclaren. One day I came to know Dr. John Douglas Adam, writes C.G. Trumbull. I learned from him that what he counted his greatest spiritual asset was his unvarying consciousness of the actual presence of Jesus. Nothing bore him up so, he said, as the realization that Jesus was always with him in actual presence, and that this was so independent of his own feelings, independent of his deserts, and independent of his own notions as to how Jesus would manifest his presence. Moreover, he said that Christ was the home of his thoughts. Whenever his mind was free from other matters, it would turn to Christ, and he would talk aloud to Christ when he was alone, on the street, anywhere, as easily and naturally as to a human friend. So real to him was Jesus' actual presence. Amen. Have a great rest of your day. Lord willing, we'll talk again tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.